Okay, well, here we go. I don't know how much memory I have on my phone, but hopefully enough to chronicle a little bit of what's going on here. Basically, I wanted to take some footage of my bathroom because starting tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, all of what you're seeing right now is totally just going to be torn out. And it's a long time overdue. There was a lot of legal issues and things that kind of postponed the process a little bit. But sure enough, come Monday morning, demolition is going to begin, and I'm going to make an attempt at doing something really cool in a New York City bathroom. Just because it's a small space doesn't mean that you can't try to have fun with it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'll kind of walk you through the process as it goes on. So one of the biggest problems that I've had in this space is continual flooding from the upstairs apartment. And it's probably happened about 4 or 5 times, to the point where the walls, you can see everything has just kind of been eroded away and cracked at this point. So all of this structure here is just completely not flush and smooth anymore. And essentially I'm going to tear it all out. But I'm going to salvage these wonderful 1930s tiles because I really like kind of the vintage retro look of the bathroom. So we're actually going to reaffix the tile once the walls have been torn out and, replaced with hardy board and, squared and made plumb and all that good stuff. And we're also going to be, doing some new things here. I actually came up with some designs about just some concepts and things that I wanted to try to accomplish in the space. That's just kind of what I do. I'm kind of a visual guy. So if I want to see if something's going to work out, I tend to like to, kind of try and sketch it first. I want to keep the sort of vintage flair as much as I can. So a lot of this stuff is in okay condition. I'm going to be keeping a lot of it. But I also got some new hardware and some new pieces here and there that are going to sort of play up that retro-ness. Now, one of the issues that you tend to have in a New York bathroom, especially from this time period, is just all kinds of moisture issues. So a lot of this isn't even from the flooding upstairs. A lot of this is just moisture hitting the walls time and time again. You can see there was some oil primer on the walls at this point. It's practically all peeled off just from the repeated moisture. So I actually got permission from my co-op board to install an exhaust fan that's going to vent outside the wall. And this is crucial in New York, guys. Always make sure you have to consult your co-op board to get permission for anything that's going to affect the structure of the building, especially something that's literally going to bust through the wall of the building. You have to make sure that that gets approved. So, give them as detailed a report as you can. And it's always a good idea because once you know that they have your back, you're not going to have anybody kind of knocking on your door trying to stop the work in progress. So one of the worst things about the place as it stands right now is that there is absolutely no storage. This clearly isn't the original sink, but this is going to be coming out, and I'm going to replace it with something more like what would have been here during that period in time. Unfortunately, that means no storage underneath it, so I'm going to have to come up with some creative solutions to hide a lot of this stuff that we find in modern bathrooms. I mean, granted, not everybody has 15 different kinds of shampoo, but I'm just getting tired of every time I reach down for a bottle, I end up knocking something into the tub. So that's going to change. And I have some interesting ideas to show you guys as once the construction gets started about how I'm going to address those issues.